Hello, my loves. It's your girl Lily L, and welcome back to my channel. How are you guys doing today? What's up? Okay. Now, remember, ladies, high standards, soft life. Okay. You no longer what? Rush your energy anymore. Good, 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 good. I love to hear it. I would love to see it. Okay. Now, y'all already know a quick reset. I have to get more gloss. And honestly, I might have to start a lip line because your girl is glossing and glossing and glossing up. Okay? And you can't stop me even if you stop me. Okay? So now, life is grand, y'all. Life is grand. Life is definitely life in. Okay? Now, let's be honest. You keep dating potential instead of reality. Dun dun dun. And potential feels exciting. It feels fun. It feels great. It feels new because you imagine what someone could be. You are stuck in something called Delulu. Okay? This has gone far beyond than Mrs. Helpful or Miss Helpful, shall I say. Okay? Because Mrs. means you've got the ring. Like, let's leave it at Miss Helpful. No ring, you still helping. So, Miss Helpful. Okay? So now, things have taken a turn. And now here you go. Falling, and falling towards that potential man. All right? Now, I don't know why y'all keep on acting like being single is an issue. I'm tired. I'm over it. Like, what? Because if this what we have to do to maintain a relationship in 2026, I'm over it. Okay? And when people ask me, I tell them I'm happily single. And they're like, what? Why are you saying you're happy? Why are we trying to take advice from you and you're not married? Because it's called single by choice. Okay? Trust and believe. Just look at me. Do you think I can't get a man? At least a man. Like, let alone a working man, like at least just a man. You don't think can just get a man? Let's be for real. Okay. So thank you. Next. All right. So now we are going to get into three main points because I'm tired of it. I'm over it. You guys are emailing me and asking me questions when you need to be picking up my reset, my guide. Okay? It's called Velvet Rope Reset. Go and get you one. All right? It's 2026, ladies. We should know what time it is by now. Okay? And if not, that's why you're here because we are the better option. Okay? Velvet Rope Woman are the better option. We are the prize. We're not going to be scared to admit that. Okay? We birth, I repeat, birth these men. And don't y'all ever forget it. Okay? Now, y'all are too amazing to be sitting here trying to fight, cry, prove over potential. And then, what is even your definition of potential? What does that even mean? What does that even look like? What is that? All right. Well, we're going to get into three main points that will go over and hopefully sum it up for you. Okay. Point number one, you build fantasy connections. So, what happens? You start imagining future versions of people instead of accepting who they currently are at that moment. So, when you meet someone, let's say you meet a guy, all right, and he has a good job, he has a car, but he doesn't have a house. Maybe he's living in an apartment for now, okay? Now, he's telling you, and he's of a certain age where, these things should make sense, okay? Now, he's telling you he's working hard for this, he's working hard for that, and you're seeing some areas are not adding up or you're seeing a lack thereof. Okay, now you want to keep on telling yourself, because what is happening is you're repeating back what he's telling you, meaning you're believing the lies he tells. And all of it is for you to make sure that you can lock in, twin, with his potential. And it's all BS. All right? Now, am I saying that that man will never get there? No, I'm not saying that. I can't see into the future. All I know is this: how you meet and where you meet that man, financially, physically, whatever, that's it for now. Okay? Stop trying to think, okay, in 1 or 2 years, he's going to be down 20 pounds. In 1 or 2 years, he's working on his law degree. He's going to be a lawyer. Is he a lawyer now? Because guess what? He may not even get his law degree. He may wake up and start doing construction. He may wake up and just start doing like, you never know. So now here you go, getting with someone based off of the fact that they're going to be a lawyer, okay? And now all of a sudden you get with them, you marry them, okay? And then now what happens? They're not a lawyer anymore. Don't you feel stupid? That's the gotcha. And then imagine that. You've been walking around telling people, oh, my man is about to be a lawyer. My man is about to be a lawyer. Until a real lawyer pulls up, sis. Then what? Okay? So stop building the fantasy of just something that's not true. Okay? All right? And I hate to say it, sis, but we have to continue to move out of certainty because these men do. And I keep on telling y'all, these men will leave Isabella very quickly for Beth, who has all of her things together. Like very quickly. Without thinking nothing about it. And we should just be as fierce even more because we have more to bring to the table. We have more to offer. And that's why I hate the question when guys say, well, what do you bring to the table? And what do you bring to the table? And what do you know? Just the fact that we birthed you, let's start there. Let's start there. You're just mad because we're seeing you exactly for who you are at this moment, sir. And you don't like who you are. and what you represent at this moment. And that's not my fault. That has nothing to do with you. So, ladies, stop building on fantasy connections. It's false. Okay. Point number two, you ignore present reality. So, current inconsistency gets overlooked because you're focused on what? Future possibilities. So, because you're so focused on this man getting his law degree, now all of a sudden you want to act like you're a law wife. Okay, like you're a lawyer wife. All right, you're getting all the outfits. You're thinking about going to networking events to present yourself in some sort of fashion so you can match his fly. Now you're ignoring all of the inconsistencies that he's been showing and doing. Is he still even going to law school? You don't know. He's telling you he's going to work. Is he even going to work? You don't know. Okay? So he has you up here thinking you about to be a whole lawyer wife. Like I said, ignoring present reality. Are you a lawyer wife yet? No. Okay? Now, clearly, if he's already with you and you haven't been lawyer wifing, clearly it's not that deep to start now if he's already with you. Okay? So, point number three, you end up disappointed because eventually reality always catches up with fantasy. Hello. There you go, living in Delulu land. Okay. Reality is going to catch up. So now, when reality catches up and you find out what you find out, and what you have found out is that, he's no longer going to be a lawyer. And let's even say he even gets another kind of job and he's still doing good. That's not the story you were told, sis. That's not the fantasy, the life that you created for yourself, sis. Because you were telling yourself, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer's wife. Oh, I'm going to be a lawyer's wife. Oh, I'm going to be a lawyer's wife. So you're walking around telling everyone this. And then on top of that, buying fits. Whole time, disappointment sinks in. And those walls start crashing down. And now you're asking yourself, how did I get here? And God forbid you cuss people out to get there. Okay? God forbid you did people dirty to get there. You know how embarrassing that is? Ladies, we have to really stay focused and really stay tuned because this show must go on, okay? And you will not be the butt of it, okay? Now, it's always going to be ups and downs. We can't, stop that. That's just life, lifing and doing its thing, okay? But what we have to realize is that people lie, consistency and actions have to and must line up. And the truth comes out through consistency. Okay? Now, this person has already been showing you inconsistency. This person has you already in a fantasy world. And trust me, men who have their women in fantasy world know because they put them there. They want you to stay Delulu. So that way they can just do what they want. And I'm quoting what they want because to them, it's not what they want. They're really working hard and really doing what they have to do, but really, it's what they want. And now you're playing a role that you never thought you were going to be playing, the non law wife role. Okay? So keep in mind, ladies, we have to stay ahead of the game. We have to be aware, we have to be logical. Stop thinking with your hearts and think with your mind. Ask yourself daily, what's going to put me in the best position right now dealing with this person? Period. Velvet rope woman, date reality, not projects. No one has time for projects anymore. Maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, maybe when I was in school and they had to group me up in a school project. Remember, ladies, when we had to do school projects back in school and how much you hated them? Yeah. So, Velvet Rope Woman date reality, not projects. No one feels like doing a project ever. Okay? So, my Velvet Rope reset helps you move with clarity instead of fantasy. Now, it's nothing wrong with staying delulu, dilly dallying, creating that fantasy for yourself because we're girls. We want to stay in our feminine. We're just a girl. You know, that's cool. But once you insert that man, that partner into your life, be very mindful, sis. Be very mindful. Okay? Now, remember, ladies, create the rope, set those standards, set those boundaries. Velvet rope energy. Okay? All right, my velvet babes. Okay, now don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Okay? Like, dislike, who cares? But preferably like. Okay? And comment. We are building a community of ladies who are not scared, all right, who have controlled access to their own life and know how to navigate it. Okay, we are no longer waiting for people to tell us A, B, and C. We are going after it ourselves and we're going to make sure that we're good because we are tired of looking stupid. Okay, all right, ladies, until next time. Bye bye.